So the CAMP test is basically a test for group B streptococci, specifically Strep agalactiae. And the test is based on the fact that both the group B strep and Staph aureus have weak betas. And when they interact with one another, there's a strong beta hemolytic reaction. So let's first inoculate the plate with Strep agalactiae. It's a blood agar plate. Okay, now in a clinical situation, instead of Strep agalactiae, this would be a pregnant woman's vaginal swab, because we want to test for single streak down the center. Our case, it's a known culture of Strep agalactiae. I want to find out if the pregnant woman is a carrier of the group B strep, which is not a risk to her, but it is to her unborn child. Now, the next part is a little tricky because you have to inoculate with Staph aureus, and you don't want these streaks to cross, but they have to be close. So I'll demonstrate this in just a moment. So you want your Staph aureus to be streaked at 90 degrees. But not touching the original streak. So let's diagram what we did with respect to the CAMP test. So here's our blood agar plate. It's the patient's swab, or the known culture, single streak down the center. And this is the tricky part. So this is patient. You get as close as you can to the streak outward, here, and here. And that's our Staph aureus. And so it's this intersection where we'll see the enhancement of beta hemolysis after we incubate the plates. So that intersection, they haven't touched. So that's the tricky part. You want to be close, but you don't want to touch the original streak. Okay, let's look at the results of the CAMP test. This is a test for group B streptococci, specifically Strep agalactiae. All right, let's look at this plate. In the middle is our streak of Strep agalactiae, and then at 90-degree angles is the Staph aureus streak. You can see the weak beta hemolysis on the Staph aureus and to some extent the Strep agalactiae. But notice in the middle the flares of very strong beta hemolysis, the synergistic effect of the two hemolysins of Staph aureus and Strep agalactiae. And that's what we would call a positive CAMP test. And this is important in public health. Pregnant women do not want to carry beta hemolytic streptococci because of the risk to the fetus, and this would be a positive test. Remember, the middle streak represents the vaginal streak. In our case, it's a known culture of Strep agalactiae.